Pixel 10 Pro XL versus Pixel 10 Pro. I want to do a bit of a comparison in this video because I've had a lot of folks ask me, should I get the 10 Pro or should I get the 10 Pro XL? And hopefully in this video I can shed some light on that. They are, for all intents and purposes, the same phone though. There are a couple different upgrades with the 10 Pro XL that I'm going to talk about that kind of differentiate it, that maybe you might want to pay the extra couple $100 for. But the great thing is at their core, you get the same fantastic experience, but different sizes. So let's dive in and take a look at them. So here we have the Pixel 10 Pro XL and the Pixel 10 Pro. And of course, the first thing you're going to notice is the size difference here. Whenever it comes to the Pixel 10 Pro and the Pixel 10 Pro XL, the 10 Pro XL is got a 6.8-inch display on it. So 6.8-inch display, nice, beautiful. You can take a look at the resolution here. The maximum resolution, oh, flood warning. Maximum resolution is 1344 by 2992. You can tell it's just slightly under Quad HD Plus. You're not going to notice any difference, though. That's 1440p. So this is 1344p. But really and truly, you're not going to notice any difference. I don't even know how they come up with these arbitrary numbers. But yes, it's basically a Quad HD Plus screen, 120 hertz refresh rate. And this is going to be, if you want the biggest screen, the biggest experience, I mean, obviously that's going to be your choice that you want to get there. And then I'll go ahead and pull up the resolution over here as well, just so we can compare apples to pixels. There was a joke there. All right, display. So max resolution on here, 1280 by 2856. So this one's going to be about 200 pixels short of 1440p, which is Quad HD Plus. It's going to be in between 1080p. I don't even know why they do this. They have high resolution, which is 1080p, and then max resolution 1280. Like, it's really not that much of a big difference, but whatever. 6.3-inch screen, 20:9 aspect ratio, and actually the pixels per inch is slightly higher though on the Pixel 10. It's 495 pixels per inch. The 10 Pro XL is 486. You're not going to tell a difference, but both of them, 120 hertz refresh rate, throttles down to 1 hertz, so that's good. That's going to be a good battery saving technology you got there. Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the cover and the back. As you can see here on the back, I have the Google silicone cases. I just wanted to show these off because people always ask about them. This is the indigo color, moonstone color. I think they're great. They're a little on the slippery side. They've got this real nice smooth texture, but I think that they're gorgeous. I love these cases. So a little bit of improvement this year. So HDR up to 2200 nits brightness, that's pretty good. And then 3300 nits peak brightness, that's the same for both. HDR support on both, full 24-bit depth, 16 million colors. So you're going to get the same great quality display. And actually, let me adjust the brightness here. One of them's a little bit brighter than the other one. So yeah, the screen brightness is great. I'm a big fan of the screen brightness, up to 3300 nits brightness. That's really, really good. And then battery. So the battery life is going to be it's going to be similar actually. They're both rated according to Google at 24 plus hours battery. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is a 5200 milliamp, and the Pixel 10 Pro is, I believe it's right about 4900. It's just under 5000. So you're going to actually get really good battery life out of both of these phones, which I'm happy. That's great. 5000 milliamp is basically the gold standard everybody looks towards. So this one's just under, this one's just over. That's going to be good. They both have IP68. They both have the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, facial recognition, all that stuff. The phones are near identical. Like, they're just really and truly, they nearly are. There's only a few differences. One of them I want to talk about now. So you can, this one, the Pixel 10 Pro still comes in 28 base model storage. I don't know why they're still doing that, even in 2025, almost 2026. I wish they would do 256. Now, the Pixel 10 Pro XL starts off at 256, but here's the thing. It's $1199. So the Pixel 10 Pro is $999, 128. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is $1199, 256. They both go up to 1 terabyte, and they both have UFS 4, but you get the zoned UFS storage, which the best way I can explain that to my understanding is it's just better. It's more optimized for AI stuff. It's just with the read and write speeds and the way that things are done on the storage, it's something that's supposed to be better for AI. And you get that with the 512 and the 1 terabyte in both. But yeah, they both go up to 1 terabyte, which is nice. They both have 16 gigs of RAM, so you're going to be covered there whenever it comes to anything that you need. Multitasking is spot on. and it's going to be good for gaming, AI, whatever. You got plenty of storage space. You got plenty of RAM, all that stuff. Well, I mean, you got plenty of storage space in the event that you get the 256. So I would recommend the 256. 128 is just really a tough sell at this point in time. You do get the Google VPN at no extra cost. They got the Tensor 5. They both have the Titan M2 security chip, which is good. Tensor 5 is a good chip. I've really enjoyed it. It's it's fast. It's smooth. Like, it's so optimized for this. It's such a zippy and nice experience. I've really been enjoying using it. So yeah, everything about the Tensor experience so far has been good for me. I haven't had any shuddering. I haven't had any lagging, stuttering, anything like that. I'm running them like basically maxed out, max resolution, high refresh rate on all the time, like all that stuff. Actually, no, it's not on all the time. It's on adaptive, but you can actually force it into all the time if you go into the developer settings, but I haven't messed with it. You do want to keep it on adaptive refresh rate, ideally, because you will get better battery life that way. So same cameras, same 42 megapixel selfie camera. The selfie camera is amazing. Like, this is the best selfie camera I think you can get in a phone. Portrait shots are tighter, better, clearer than last year. They have been improved. I've been happy about that. And then on the back, you got the 3-camera setup, the 50 megapixel primary, 48 megapixel ultra wide, and telephoto. You do have that 100 times zoom now that you got, which is pretty cool. So it's a 5 times optical zoom, and then you can zoom all the way out to 100 times zoom now. So that's the ProRes zoom. That's nice, and you get optical quality at ultra wide, and then 1 times, 2 times, 5 times, and 10 times. So camera shots are good. I love the cameras on these things. I took a lot of pictures. If you want to see a bunch of photo samples, they're not going to show up here. Like, I could show you here on my phone, and you're like, okay, that doesn't look all that great. But go back and watch my Pixel 10 Pro review video that I did a few days ago, and I took probably like 30 samples for that review video, and you can see them very clearly. I mean, I'll try and pull something up here real quick just so you can have a look at it. I mean, I was able to take some really good photos. This is when I was in London the other day. This is Big Ben. That was a Beefeater. I got a picture of that guy. Let me see. Go back this way. Yep, there's another big up-close picture of Big Ben. This one actually looks really good whenever you have it on portrait. This shot turned out really good. It's super clear, super crisp. I'm a fan. There's a double-decker bus with the view deck on top. And yeah, the quality I think is really good. I really think that it takes good shots. I mean, the HDR on here with the sun even there, the sky is not blown out. The cameras are top notch. Like, you're gonna like the cameras. I've been really impressed with them. A couple other differences here. So there is a new speaker on the 10 Pro XL. The bottom speaker is improved. It does sound better. Does it sound amazingly better? I mean, no, but you can tell a little bit of a difference. It sounds more full. The overall sound is just, the sound stage is better, and it's a little bit more clear. It just feels like it's a clearer, more complete sound, and maybe a little bit louder, but the speakers I think are good. Like, if you don't like the speakers, I don't know. I think the speakers are good on both. The speakers I've been using, the 10 Pro the most, are perfectly fine. There is a little bit of a difference here, but it's not like night and day difference. It's not like, oh my gosh, I absolutely have to get this because of the better speaker. The other thing that's different is, one other thing that's neat though this year is the charging port on the inside here is actually color coordinated with the phone color. So it's a kind of a minor thing, but it is still really cool. And then we have different Qi charging. So they both have Qi wireless charging. They've got the magnets built into the phone. So if you've got a Qi accessory, I don't have one here to use, they're built into the phone. So you can just slap that sucker right on the back of the phone without a case on it. You can use existing Qi accessories. So that's one thing you get here. With this phone, you have Qi 2. So this one will charge at 15 watts. And then this one actually has Qi 2.2, which I believe is the first in a smartphone, at least in the US it is. And it charges Qi wireless charging up to 25 watts. So there's a difference here. 25 watts for the Pixel 10 Pro XL for the Qi charging, 15 for the 10 Pro. And then you do get other charging speed differences as well. So if you use the special Google charger, you got to buy the Google charger. You can get 45 watt, up to 45 watt charging with the Pixel 10 Pro XL. And you can get up to 30 whenever it comes to the Pixel 10 Pro. And Yeah, so you get fast charging. The Pixel 10 Pro XL will do from 1 to 70% in 30 minutes. That's actually really good. Like, that's really impressive. I don't want to hear any more complaints about the stinking chargers. Everybody always like, it's so charging, it's so slow charging. Look, if you get the 10 Pro XL and you use the Google charger and you get 70% battery charge in 30 minutes, I don't want to hear anything. The iPhone is still like 20 watts. So just, yeah, I don't want to hear it. The 30 watts over here, you get 55% in about 30 minutes. So that's still pretty much normal. That's what you're going to get mostly with like the S25, S25 Plus. That's what you're going to get with the iPhone, things like that. So, but still, 30 watts is perfectly fine. Again, you need to get that Google charger. You got to buy separately. That is annoying, but it does give you that little key benefit whenever it comes to that. So basically, there's not a whole lot of difference other than 10 Pro XL, of course, bigger screen, slightly bigger battery, but the battery advantage is not going to be as great as you think it is because 4,870 milliamp here and then 5,200 here, but you got a bigger screen, 6.3 versus 6.8, so there's 0.5-inch screen difference. So it is going to use the extra battery. So it's got about extra 350 milliamps or whatever, very close to that, but you do have a bigger screen that it has to power. So those are really the big things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed on the real differences. Like there's only a few subtle differences whenever it comes to these. Again, you get the better Qi charging, you get the better faster charging, you get the new speaker on the bottom, and then just by virtue of the phone being bigger, you have a bigger screen and you get a bigger battery, and then you have the higher starting storage at 256, but you got to pay for it, right? You got to pay $11.99 instead of the old $10.99 price where it started with 128. 128 still for the Pixel 10 Pro. If you only want 128, then I mean, sure, go ahead and get it to your heart's content. Not everybody needs 256. Not everybody needs 512. Not everybody needs 1 terabyte. So just buy whatever is best for you that suits your needs for your individual storage. But yeah, those are really kind of the big differences. Cameras are the same. Experience is going to be the same. There's just a few little subtle things here and there that they give you a little bit extra benefit for buying the Pro XL instead of the Pro. But again, a little bit more expensive. And then the colors, you get the Moonstone. They've got Jade, which is cool. The Jade is neat because the borders around the edges are gold instead of like the other silverish looking color. So it goes really well with the Jade. And then they've got the Porcelain, I guess Porcelain and Obsidian, I think, are the other two colors, if I remember correctly. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much the main differences. And if you decide, like, I really love this phone and I've enjoyed using it first because I love having a smaller flagship series phone. It's just so nice that you don't have the trade-offs, but you get the smaller phone, which just makes me so happy. And it has almost a 5,000 milliamp battery, which is, I mean, it gets me all day battery. Both of these phones get all day battery for almost anybody, no problem. Yes, if you game, if you do a bunch of AI stuff, if you have your camera app open for an hour straight, you're going to kill the battery faster. But that's the great thing with both of these options, though, is like you get the bigger phone, the smaller phone, essentially the same experience, other than the few nuanced details that we've covered here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I love that this is an option. Like you can get a big phone any day of the week. Get the S25 Ultra, get the OnePlus 13, get the iPhone 16 Pro Max, get the Pixel 10 Pro XL. But then you're like, okay, what do we get in full flagship series phone and the smaller guy? And you're like, there's just nothing. So I think this phone is really special. Like the Pixel 10 Pro, I think is very special. I think it's unique in Android, especially in the US. And I'm glad that Google makes this size phone. But yeah, both phones, excellent, top notch. You can't go wrong. So that's all I got in this video. I just wanted to kind of bounce both of them back and forth. They're pros and cons to each one. And that's one of the things I love about Google and what they've done here, because this is very unique in the Android world where we have a flagship phone, but we have a large version and a small version. iPhone does this. I love that. And that's one of the reasons, of course, why I say that it's very apparent that Google is targeting Apple customers more than Samsung customers because they're trying to draw them over. Samsung doesn't do this. You can get smaller Samsung phones, like you can get the S25, but there are so many trade-offs between the Ultra. I still hope that one day we get a smaller Ultra. That would make my heart sing. But this right here, great options and great sizes for both of the flagship phones. And well, hopefully the video was helpful. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, I know you do. I know you do. type it away. Go to the comment section. I'll try to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Hopefully you've been enjoying all the Pixel content. You know, this is a one-time-a-year deal kind of thing. They launch all their phones. I know it's been a lot. So if you're not one of my big Pixel fans out there and you're waiting for other videos, those will be coming very soon. I have intermixed a few, but right now it's kind of Pixel season. So it will be slowing down though. I've covered these phones pretty extensively at this point, but of course there will be more videos. We still got more products coming. Hopefully I'll be getting the watch in the next few weeks. And then I should be getting the Pixel 10 Pro Fold whenever that gets ready to come out. I know that's not coming out till October. So there's still more cool stuff on the horizon. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys next time.